Welcome back, everyone. Today we have a book that is incredibly practical and refreshingly direct. It's called I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, and it stands apart from other finance books because it doesn't tell stories or give you philosophy. It sits down with you and says, do this, then do that, step by step, with real numbers and specific details. Ramit wrote this book in his 20s, aimed primarily at young people who want to build their financial life from scratch without wasting years overthinking and hesitating. And the most beautiful thing about this book is that it believes in something very simple. You don't need to be an economics expert, you don't need to follow financial markets daily, and you don't need to be so obsessed with saving that you deprive yourself of living. You just need a smart system you set up once and then let it work for you while you live your normal life. If you're a young person who wants to build their financial future in a clear and practical way, stay with me because this video will save you years of confusion. First, the real problem is not ignorance, it's hesitation. Ramit starts by diagnosing the real problem most people have with money, and he says it's not lack of information. Information is more available today than ever before. The real problem is hesitation and paralysis caused by overthinking. He calls this analysis paralysis, where a person sits researching, reading, comparing, and thinking for months or even years without taking any real step, wasting precious time during which their money could have been growing. He gives a simple example. Imagine two people. The first starts investing early with a simple, imperfect system, and the second spends years searching for the perfect plan and hasn't started yet. After 10 years, the first person will be significantly wealthier even though their plan wasn't perfect, because time alone is enough to work miracles. The first message of this book is clear and direct. Start now with anything reasonable, improve along the way, and don't wait for the perfect moment because it will never come. Second, fix your credit score. Before anything else, Ramit then moves directly to the first practical step in the book, credit cards and credit history. This topic is extremely important in Western countries because your credit history affects your ability to rent an apartment, buy a car, or get a loan at a low interest rate. Ramit says many young people are afraid of credit cards and avoid them completely thinking it's the safe choice, but he says the exact opposite. A credit card used smartly is a wonderful tool that gives you rewards, points, purchase protection, and many free benefits. The only condition is that you pay the full balance every month without delay so you don't pay high interest that eats up all those benefits. He explains how to choose the right card and how to negotiate with the card company to lower the interest rate or waive the annual fee if there is one. He says a single phone call to the company asking for a fee reduction can save you hundreds of dollars a year, and most people don't know this. Third, the right bank accounts and why interest rates. Ramit then talks about choosing the right bank accounts, and here he makes an important point most people overlook. He says traditional big banks typically give you nearly zero interest on your savings, which means your money sits there with virtually no return. The solution is to open a high-yield savings account at a digital or online bank that gives you a significantly better return on the same amount with no extra effort. He says the difference between the near-zero interest many big banks offer and the 2 or 3% that online banks provide, compounded over many years, is enormous and makes a real difference to your balance. He also emphasizes the importance of keeping your accounts separate, a checking account for daily expenses and a savings account for savings, so you don't mix things up and accidentally spend your savings without realizing it. Fourth, pay off your debts. With a clear plan, Ramit then moves to another critically important topic, debt. He distinguishes between two main types. The first type is high-interest debt like unpaid credit card balances. These, he says, must be eliminated immediately and made your absolute top priority because they grow at a terrifying speed and will consume all your savings. The second type is low-interest debt like student loans or car loans. These are less dangerous and can be paid off steadily without draining you completely. Ramit presents two famous methods for paying off debt. The first is called the snowball method, which starts by paying off the smallest debt first, regardless of its interest rate, because the feeling of completely closing a debt gives you a wonderful psychological momentum that keeps you going. The second is called the avalanche method, which starts with paying off the highest interest debt first because it costs more mathematically. Ramit says choose whichever method you'll actually stick with, because consistency matters more than perfection. Fifth, invest in retirement accounts. First, now we reach what Ramit considers the most important lesson in the entire book, investing for retirement, and specifically taking advantage of retirement accounts that offer massive tax benefits. Ramit says the very first thing you should do before any other investment is to take full advantage of whatever retirement plan your employer offers, because many companies match your contributions with their own money, which means you're literally getting free money for nothing. He describes this as the easiest free win in the world of finance, yet millions of people don't take advantage of it. After maximizing your employer plan, he recommends opening a tax-advantaged individual retirement account and contributing to it regularly because the tax savings add enormous wealth over 20 or 30 years of compounding investment. Sixth, index funds, the smart investment for beginners. After the retirement topic, Ramit talks about the investment method he strongly recommends, index funds. He explains them very simply. Instead of trying to pick individual winning stocks, something even many professionals have failed at, it's better to buy a fund that tracks an entire market index, like the top 500 companies in the market all at once. This gives you automatic broad diversification and very low fees compared to actively managed human-run funds. Research shows that index funds outperform the majority of active investment funds over the long term, simply because their fees are lower and they move with the growth of the overall economy. Ramit says investing doesn't need to be exciting or thrilling. It should be boring and consistent because excitement in investing usually means excessive risk and unnecessary losses. Seventh, automate your entire financial life. Here comes one of the most impactful ideas in the book, the concept of fully automating your financial life. Ramit says human willpower is limited and unpredictable, and if you rely on yourself every month to remember to save, invest, and pay your bills, you will eventually fail because life is busy and people are naturally forgetful. The radical solution is to set up an automatic system that happens without your involvement. The moment your paycheck arrives, your savings percentage automatically transfers to your savings account, your investment percentage automatically goes to your retirement account, and your bills are automatically paid on time. This way you need no willpower and no constant reminders, because the system works for you even if you forget, get busy, or go on vacation. This automation, in his view, is the fundamental difference between people who succeed financially and those who keep trying without results. Eighth, conscious spending, not restrictive budgeting. Ramit then addresses budgeting and presents it in a completely different way from the usual approach. He says most finance books ask you to track every penny you spend and cut every pleasure from your life, which in his opinion is a failing approach because people simply don't stick with it. Instead, he offers a model he calls the conscious spending plan, which works like this. Before spending anything, immediately take your savings percentage and investment percentage from your paycheck and pay your fixed bills. Whatever remains after all of that, spend freely with no guilt and no detailed tracking. The idea is that you fulfill your financial obligations first and then enjoy what's left without restrictions, because a person who feels free to spend what's left follows the system far longer than someone who feels trapped and restricted in every small decision. Ninth, how to negotiate your salary and increase your income. Ramit's book stands out from many finance books in one very important way. It doesn't only talk about how to spend what you have, it also talks about how to increase what you earn. He dedicates an entire section to raising your income. He says saving $5 here and $10 there has real limits, but increasing your income by $200 or $500 a month opens up enormous possibilities with no ceiling. He explains in detail how to negotiate a higher salary when starting a new job or during annual reviews, and provides specific phrases and strategies you can use in that conversation, because most people are afraid of this topic and leave a lot of money on the table simply because they never asked for it. He says negotiation is a learnable skill, and every time you negotiate successfully, that salary difference compounds over years and makes an enormous impact on your total wealth. 10th, spend consciously on what you love. In one of my favorite points in this book, Ramit talks about what he calls conscious spending, an idea built on the belief that a good life doesn't mean depriving yourself of everything, but rather choosing with awareness what you spend on. He says if you love travel, spend generously on travel with no guilt, but reduce spending on things that don't add real value to you. If you love fine dining, give it a clear budget and enjoy it fully, but maybe you don't need the latest tech gadget on the market if you don't really care much about technology. The idea is that you consciously decide where your money goes instead of letting habit, impulse, and advertising decide for you. Ramit says spending on what you truly love after fulfilling your financial obligations is not a luxury. It is an essential part of a healthy and sustainable financial life. 11th, don't try to beat the market, just ride the wave. In another standout section, Ramit strongly warns against trying to pick winning stocks yourself or trying to time when to enter and exit the market. He says this has failed even professional fund managers who work on it for hours every day. So what about an ordinary person following the market in their spare time? He presents impressive statistics proving that the average investor who buys an index fund and does nothing else outperforms most active investors over 10 years or more. The reason is very simple. When you try to time the market, you sell at the wrong moments out of fear and buy at the wrong moments out of greed, and emotions always lead you to the wrong decision at the hardest times. The solution is to invest regularly every month regardless of market conditions and let time do the rest. 12th, a rich life means something different to every person. At the end of the book, Ramit says something beautiful and deeply important. He says the ultimate goal of all this financial system is not to become rich in the traditional sense and accumulate millions in the bank. It's to design your life exactly the way you want it. He tells you clearly, ask yourself what a rich life means specifically to you. Is it traveling the world? Is it time with family? Is it the freedom to work for yourself? Is it security and peace of mind? Because your answer will determine how you build your financial system and what goals you are actually working toward. Money in the end is a tool that serves your life, not the goal itself. True financial success is when your financial system works silently in the background while you are out there living the life you chose completely on your own terms. And so, friends, we arrive at the end of our journey through this wonderful and deeply practical book. Let me bring together the 6 golden steps Ramit Sethi recommends in order. First, use your credit card smartly and pay the full balance every month to build a strong credit history and take advantage of its benefits. Second, open a high-yield savings account and keep it completely separate from your checking account. Third, invest in your retirement account and take the full employer match if available because it is literally free money. Fourth, pay off your high-interest debt immediately and aggressively. Fifth, invest in low-fee index funds and stay far away from trying to pick individual stocks. And sixth, automate everything and build a system that runs automatically without needing monthly intervention from you. These 6 steps, if you apply them today, will change your financial journey forever, not because they are magic, but because they are a simple and consistent system that works with time in your favor. Ramit Sethi doesn't want you to just be rich on paper. He wants you to actually live a rich life in every sense of the word, and that difference is the heart of everything he wrote. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start with just one small step from these 6 steps today, and you'll find that everything else becomes easier and easier from there.